Hi, my name is Ed Sparks, world's best looking man and world record holder for most fistfights overseas in the most countries. And funniest computer geek. And today is day 9 of our water fast. And we are going to discuss what happens on day 9 as it is the morning of day 10. And we are going to talk about the story of ONI Siberman Sparks and continue from there with the time that we have. Today, I woke up. My legs didn't want to move too much, but I think that's more normal. People have that situation than me. Normally, I drink coffee, and it is over. I think my coffee withdrawals are over. There's some muscles right here for your jaw, right here, and I've been getting spouse massages right here for about 3 days, and like this, for some reason, this muscle right here just needs to be worked while you're not eating. I think it's a good idea to try to get that muscle down. It really hurts, and I mean, it's just this area of your body that you could say, unless you're not me. I mean, I'm sure everybody's different, but for me, like this area right here is all just a muscle connected to what you eat. And since I eat a lot throughout my life, I just feel that this is a good time to massage it out and try to get whatever juices are inside there flush from my body. Yesterday, I woke up, I went to work, and I shut my computer off about 11, and then she didn't want to go anywhere, and I caught up on baseball. Obviously, if you don't know me, I'm from Tampa. I'm from Central Florida. I'm from Vero Beach. I'm also from the Haines City area, and I'm from Tampa. So I took my business on the road to Vegas and Los Angeles, and I've lived in a couple other places, including South Florida, in Tennessee area, Chicago, Texas, obviously. Anyway, so that's about it. I mean, obviously you can do that. Like I said, anytime you move around, if you move anything, if I move my head, if I talk, anything is losing weight during water fast. So you're pretty much in good hands. I mean, if you can do this and drink water at the same time, you can lose weight. Pretty simple. If you're counting in 2-day increments, then you have completed 2-day increments 4 times. And that means you have completed 8 days because it's your 9th day of water fasting. It's my 10th day, so I will say that I completed it. So I only have to do 2 days, 11 more times. That seems simple. We didn't really even do anything. All we did was drink water. Anyway, so I've had questions, so I'm just going to go ahead and lay it all out there. I enlisted in the military in Chicago in 2003 after finishing 2 colleges, Landmark Baptist College, Logos Christian College, after I was let go during my senior year with a 4.0. I graduated with 4.0 summa cum laude, and Logos Christian College wouldn't give me the summa cum laude because I did not finish 30 credits. So when I showed up to graduation, I didn't get my honors. I've contacted them a few times. They won't do anything about it. I was enlisted in the military with 3 stripes pending, or 2 stripes pending, one or the other. I think it was 3 since I have a degree, and they didn't give me that either. I went in the United States Air Force in 2003, and I exited the Air Force and was back home 1 or 2 days before Christmas. After much arguments over that and what I was doing for a job, I decided to leave the Air Force. And when the paperwork were originally forced signed by the colonel or major, right? When the major forced us to sign the paperwork, me and Lemons at the same time, we were just in limbo for a month or two. I finished the jet engine course, and we rolled on. And since I had almost a perfect ASVAB score, we were. I was approached by the SWAN team and Cyberman team, and signed and enrolled to be in the IT department after that. So after Christmas in 2004, uh, I had left to go to the Habitation Lion department, and they have taken the time to educate me in what my options were. Since I wanted to be a radiologist at the time, they said that radiology was in the was in the Highland department. So plus I wasn't that strong of a programmer. Besides DOS, all I did was DOS at that point. I wasn't as strong as a programmer during college, and I definitely wasn't doing hardware during college, or in high school. So I was looking at the options for what the career path was in Highland, and it just seemed like ELF was what they wanted me to do, you know. And then I looked at that situation, and the problem was it's the same thing they did in the Air Force to me, was that they put you in an open situation, and you can pick your job. And then I wasn't sure how that would go. So when they were really explaining it to me the right way, I suppose, and because the IT department doesn't really mess around, nor would they care. To this day, I could have easily just switched to ELF, I suppose. Um, but when I originally came in, ONI was the only thing that made sense. First of all, it was the coolest stuff. He was like, dude, you have to do whatever you put on this piece of paper, you have to do for the rest of your life. And it says you don't get to change. This is what you do. You have wide open options. You can do anything you want, but this is what you're going to do. And I was like, oh, that's fine. That's fine. So out of all of it, ONI was the coolest. I mean, they do camouflage, protect the base. Everything's about protecting each other. There's over 1 billion pieces of paperwork. You can never not stop doing paperwork. You're changing everything. You're the only people that know what's going on. From my theology background, all it is reading and writing. So it's just like, dude, I can do this. This is easy. I can do it when I'm a fart. I can do it. Plus, you get all the TV stuff. So it was all sorts of cool stuff. It was working for the government. What was working for politicians and stuff. It was doing Photoshop and stuff like that too. It was a lot of writing. I was pretty good at writing. I just figured that was the route to go. And they're like, hey, there's tons of other options, but you could go Hydra. And I was like, look, dude, Hydra is the opposite of everything that I want to do. So I don't have no problem. You don't have to worry about that. I don't want to do that. Right? Nobody wants to do that unless you're like that type of person. I'm not that type of person. I'm the person that does opposite of that, right? So, I mean, it's pretty obvious at that point. So that's pretty much how I guess part one of what we were talking about. I encourage you to drink water today. Let me show you the difficulty of water fasting. And I'll see you later.